Good afternoon. And in case you're wondering, no, it's not Friday. It's Tuesday. Normally, we do all things advocacy on Friday, but we have some breaking news today on a Tuesday afternoon that we wanted to pop in here and provide you an update with. For those of you, if this is your first time watching, this is AARP North Dakota's All Things Advocacy. I'm State Director Josh Aspig. With me, as always, is our Advocacy Director, Janelle Moos. Janelle, good work today. We got some big news out of the Senate Human Services Committee. You want to tell those watching and listening what happened?
We did. We got some really exciting news today that our final prescription drug bill that we've been pushing for in the Senate, Senate Bill 2170, passed out of the committee today 4-2 do pass recommendations. So this is a huge win in our favor in terms of helping lower the cost of medicine in North Dakota.
So the bill did get some amendments, though, because when the bill was originally introduced, and we don't want to get too far into the weeds on this, but I think it's important for people to realize that the bill did undergo a kind of a critical change, I think. And so do you want to just talk a little bit about what the committee amendments did and what that meant in terms of the committee discussion a little bit?
Well, and what this bill does and why it's different than the other bills we've been talking about, it allows us to import the prices from Canada, not the actual drugs. So originally the bill would have, had a different language to it, but what it does now is allows the state to look at the price of certain drugs in Canada, look at the price there, and allows the state, primarily through the insurance commissioner, to negotiate the payment or the rate that you're going to pay. So if you're paying 30% more for a drug here in the United States that costs that in Canada, how can this state be part of the negotiation to say, no, we're going to pay what you're paying in Canada for the same drug?
Yeah, I think that was an interesting change, and it was a little bit different from where we originally went, but I think still something workable, and glad to see it moving forward. So now's the critical time. We hopped on a Tuesday afternoon because we think this bill, while it did get a 4-2 do pass recommendation, we're going to need some help getting it through the North Dakota State Senate, and that could happen relatively quickly, like as soon as tomorrow even, right?
Absolutely. It could be considered by the Senate by tomorrow. So what we need is we need you to email, call, send a message to your senator, letting them know that you support 2170, you support their vote on this, that you've got a story to share, that prescription drugs are costly in your daily life. You have to make difficult decisions every day about paying for the cost of your medicine. And this is a huge step forward that your senator can support to help make significant changes in the state.
Yeah, Janelle, I think it struck me today listening to the committee discussion. You were up there in live and in person when the committee was doing the discussion. I had to be back at my house and thankfully was able to watch it online, and so grateful for those updates as part of. But what struck me is even the two that voted against it in committee, I think, understood there's a problem. I'm not going to speak for them. They can speak for themselves. I wish they would have voted the other way as part of it, but I think they did, and I think we got a couple of votes, and we got the do pass recommendation because people like Roger Rail, who testified in favor of this, Ellen Schaefer, who's been on with us, testified in favor of this, Mike Warner, who's on our executive council, gave his testimony when the bill was heard back earlier this year. And those personal stories really helped put a human face on why the Senate needs to act. And so I just wanted to add in and emphasize, like, that really came through, at least as I was listening today. Did you notice that in the room too, about the importance of people reaching out, telling that story of why the Senate should act on something like 2170?
I did. Senator Lee, the chair of the committee, actually went back and referenced some of our volunteers that testified and talked about, these are the folks that testified in support of this. So if you ever doubt that, they don't pay attention to what, if you submit testimony or if you send an email to them, the senators are listening and learning from you, and they're taking what they're learning from you and trying to apply it to really good policy. And I think a lot of that really came through in this bill, is that they know at the end of the day, this might not be a perfect bill right now, but there's still time to work on it. But they know at the end of the day, it's going to impact everyday North Dakotans.
Yeah, I just want to reemphasize that they did not mention my testimony when they said people
No,
spoken
they
about it.
didn't.
They mentioned Roger's testimony, they mentioned Ellen's, they mentioned
Yeah,
Mike's
yeah.
as part of it. And so I think it's important. I can't stress enough. I know Janelle would agree. Action.aarp.org/NDRX would be the link you can click on, or if you're so inclined, you can go to the legislative site, email your legislator directly if you prefer. But the time to act is now. We need you to weigh in on this. We did have some victories last week that I think are going to be some challenges on the House side when we get over there. I don't know that this one won't, but I think the more vehicles we have to continue to push the message forward about North Dakota legislature, you need to do something about prescription drugs, the better. And we are asking and hoping that you'll share your story to help your senator push forward. Janelle, we're going to do another update on Friday. Hopefully, we'll have more good news to share. But anything else you want to share on this Tuesday afternoon before we get out of here?
No, just head over to action.aarp.org /NDRX. Just let the senators know your story. Let them hear from you. They love hearing from you.
Absolutely. Hey, this has been another All Things Advocacy with AARP North Dakota, a special edition. Take action today. We'll be back on Friday with hopefully some good news, at a minimum, more updates. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye.